This is one of our favorite potato salads for Sweet Freedom. It is so nutritious, it's absolutely delicious, and it is part of the Sweet Freedom lifestyle, so you don't have to worry about no carbs. Potatoes, and sweet potatoes in particular, are definitely on the Sweet Freedom lifestyle plan. Okay, so to start to make this dressing, what we do is we soak our almonds overnight, and we use raw, non-irradiated almonds. And what we find is that once you soak them overnight, they literally just kind of slip out of the skins. If they're pasteurized or irradiated, they tend not to slip out as easily. So you might have to pour some boiling water on them to blanch them to shock the skins from releasing from it. So once our almonds are peeled, we put them into a high-powered blender. You can use a food processor, but the high-powered blenders tend to be a bit better. 2 cloves of garlic and the juice of 1 lemon and 2 tablespoons of miso paste. I love a lighter miso paste, like a chickpea miso if you can get it. And then what I do is I soak some dulse. This is a seaweed that gives it kind of that anchovy flavor without having to put in anchovies, right? And once it's all soft and soaked, I just throw it into my dressing. And that also brings in some minerals, so it's really good for it. And then about a tablespoon or 2 of cold pressed olive oil and some natural sea salt, so natural sea flakes that haven't been processed. And then we start to add water in, and the water is, you're just adding enough to make it come together in like a thick dressing paste. So as you blend and it gets thicker and thicker, you just add a little bit of water, and what you're doing is you're just trying to get this really as smooth as possible. Now that's easier with cashews, but we think almonds are more easy to obtain in nature than cashews, and so we tend to go more for almonds in this dressing. So then it's just bringing it together so that you have this kind of lovely creamy deliciousness. So I use it on all kinds of things, but here we're using it for the potato salad. So I've got yams and some King Edward potatoes. So you bake your potatoes until they're tender and a skewer goes through easily or a knife goes through easily. Now I tend to like to let them sit and cool a bit because they tend to form more chunks when you do that. But you can do it so when it's warm as well. So Andy's got it here. He's cutting it up all nice and hot. You can see it steaming. And you could also wait until the potatoes cool, which creates more of a chunk-like texture. So some people like their potato salad a little bit more mushy, and some people like it more chunky. So now we're gonna slice in some spring onions or green onions, depending on where you're from. And this gives a nice little bite and contrast to it. I also sometimes will put in some chopped celery, but Annie's not a fan of celery, so this one did not get celery in it. So bringing your salad together is incredibly easy. It's just a matter of adding in your potatoes and then adding in the spring or green onions to your dressing and just mixing it until it comes together to form your salad. Super, super colorful and bright and delicious. And then you just spoon that into a bowl, and you can chop some green onions, the spring onion on top. I love using the long, kind of the green parts of your spring onions. Some people throw those away. No need to, because they actually are just a little bit more subtle in flavor and add that beautiful green contrast for a garnish, which is fantastic. And if you like, you can even add, if you're not vegan, if you're vegetarian or omnivore, you can add in some kind of soft to medium boiled eggs, which Andy has cooked perfectly here, and you can see they look beautiful in the recipe. So here it is. This is our Sweet Freedom potato salad. This is not about not having carbs. You just have to have the starches and carbohydrates in their whole form, and you'll find that they're actually a fantastic addition to the Sweet Freedom lifestyle. So for more delicious recipes like this that won't spike your blood sugar, are super easy to prepare and absolutely delicious, click the link below to find out more about our 21-day sugar-free challenge.